Hello friends, this is another basic problem on diode circuit analysis. So here it is given that both the diodes are ideal diodes and it is asking for solve the following circuit. That doesn't mean we have to calculate the currents flowing through D1 and D2, or otherwise simply we need to find whether the diodes are in conducting state or otherwise a non-conducting state, simply on or off. So let's proceed this kind of problems, how to solve this kind of problems. So first step one, we directly assume both the diodes are in on conditions. So here it is clearly given both the diodes are ideal diodes, and we have assumed in our step one, that is D1 and D2 both are in on conditions. So let's draw directly the equivalent circuit. So both the diodes are short circuited, and here a 10 volt voltage source connected like this, 10 volts, and here at 4 kilo ohm resistor, and here 6 kilo ohm resistor, and here it is 3 volts. Clearly we can see that 3 volts directly appearing across 6 ohm resistor. So let's write the current flowing through 6 kilo ohm resistor, that is I6, so which is 3 over 6, that is 0.5 milliamperes in this direction. So now let's calculate what is the current flowing in this direction, that is I4, that is nothing but 10 minus 3 over 4, because here the voltage is 10 and here the voltage is clearly 3 volts. So 10 minus 3 over 4. So now it is 7 over 4 milliamperes. So let's see, 7 over 4 milliamperes is flowing in this direction, and 0.5 milliamperes are flowing in this direction. So what is the remaining current that is flowing through the diode D2, ID2? So that is nothing but 7 over 4 minus 0.5. So 7 over 4, clearly we can calculate, that is 7 over 4 is nothing but 1.75 volts, milliamperes, and that is minus 5. If you calculate, you will get 1.25 milliamperes of current must go in this direction. This is ID2 in this case, because 1.75 milliamperes is flowing through 4 kilo ohm resistor, and 0.5 milliamperes of current is flowing through 6 kilo ohm resistor. That is results ID2 is 1.25 milliamperes in the shown direction, that is in this direction. So our assumption is wrong, because ID2 must be flowing through anode to cathode. So current must be this direction. So our assumption is wrong clearly. So let's go for next assumption, that is step 2. Let's go for D1 is in on condition and D2 is off. Let's check this condition, what happens in this case. So here in this case the equivalent circuit looks like this. So here voltage source is connected. This is left open because we have assumed that D2 is in reverse bias. So clearly here 6 kilo ohm resistor and here 4 kilo ohm resistor, and already the D1 is short circuited. So now let's check this is simple voltage divider circuit. So let's calculate V6, that is the voltage across 6 kilo ohm resistor, that is nothing but 10 over the total resistance 6 plus 4 multiplied across the 6. So this is 60 over 10, so 6 volts. So our assumption is valid because at this place we are having 6 volt connected, and at this 3 volt. So that is like the diode anode is connected to 3 volts and cathode is connected to 6 volts. So cathode voltage is more than anode voltage. So clearly we can tell that the diode D2 is not conducting, and it is in reverse bias mode. And now we can calculate the current flowing through the diode D1. So that is nothing but ID1, which is equals to 10 over 4 plus 6. So 10 over 10, so that is 1 milliampere. So we can finalize the results. That is ID1 D1 is on. ID1 is 1 milliampere and D2 is off. ID2 is 0 milliamperes. That's it. In this way, we can simply solve the any basic diode circuits. Thank you very much for watching.